Tonight, we see some of Uganda's rising stars in tech and agriculture battle it out for a share of 100 million Ugandan shillings in the AYuTe Africa's Challenge Uganda edition, a show empowering the youth through agritech innovations to create jobs, increase bumper harvests for smallholder farmers, and address food security. All these at Namolonge International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, where our 20 national finalists will pitch for and demonstrate how their innovations work, all for a chance to win. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the AYuTe Africa's Challenge Uganda edition. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another exciting conversation. It's called the AYuTe Africa Challenge Uganda edition. I'm Andrew Chamagero, and in this conversation, we're going to look at how far the agribusiness, the agri-technology, and not only that, the inclusion of the youth in the solutions about agriculture. I'm not only doing this alone, I'm partnered with a great talent, a titanium kind of mouth of a talent, a lady who understands technology, but not only that, an inclusion aspect of what we're looking at as a country. And this is Fiona. Fiona, what does AYuTe Africa Challenge, the Ugandan edition, mean to you?
Thank you so much, Andrew. First of all, AYuTe, for our viewers, stands for Agriculture, Youth and Technology. The AYuTe African Challenge was birthed by Heifer International. With over 4 decades of work, Heifer International has proved to be a trusted partner to African farmers. These guys have been able to oversee firsthand the local farmers, those who have access to technology and those without technology. But it's better to note that the AYuTe African Challenge is actually featuring thousands of young agritech innovators and entrepreneurs across the continent of Africa, those that are enabling smallholder farmers to boost their productivity and profitability.
This conversation could not have been possible if we didn't have great sponsors and people at the COVID. At the core, we have Heifer International in partnership with MasterCard Foundation.
And we have sponsors like Nation Media Group that have been made it able to broadcast us live anywhere in the country. We have Equity Bank, we have Farmnera, we have Ministry of Agriculture, and we have RSM East Africa.
Well, that said, we have a great team of judges. We're going to make it much more prolific and profoundly great when we're executing this. And among them, we want to start off, inclusion is key. I'll go with the women. We're starting off with Judge Zila. Now, Judge Zila comes from another tech that gives what we call inclusion with regards to tech. Now, she's among the founders of the Easy Agri, an on-demand data-driven marketplace where farmers and the agribusinesses can access genuine agriculture inputs, well-curated farming knowledge. Not only that, the products marketplace.
We also have Judge Segawa. Judge Segawa is a food technologist, agribusiness and enterprise development specialist. He's currently the executive director of Consortium for Enhancing University Responsiveness to Agriculture Development Limited, or literally known as CURAD.
Wow.
This is a public-private partnership initiative with the aim of producing innovative young entrepreneurs and agribusiness leaders to champion productivity. Also, let's note that as an experienced food scientist, value addition expert, Apollo has a passion of agribusiness value chain, product management, system development, assurance, audit in food science. He's such a great judge.
We are excited to have the judge, and we have another great lady here. She's called Monica Mburu, who comes from the Equity Bank. This one is in the sector of the agribusiness, making sure that access to credit for the agriculturalist is actually much more better. She has a 30 years experience in agriculture. Not only that, she has worked here in Kenya, but still in the line of agribusiness credit facilitating. She's one of the judges, and not only that, she has a remarkable connection with community, call them grassroots farmers organizations like the SACCOs. Those from Kenya, you know them, they call them the Chama SACCOs. She's here with us. Monica Mburu is among the judges.
Meet Judge Naika Enoch Julius, a founder and a CEO of Fanamera. He brings over 10 years of experience as the disruptive, innovative agri-entrepreneur, a digital marketeer, and a farmer, having started his entrepreneurship journey in secondary school and was able to carry it over university.
Wow.
He's a self-taught software developer from Udemy Coding Academy, and he also holds a bachelor's degree in accounting and finance, partly from Cavendish University and Victoria University of Kampala.
That is from Fanamera.
Fanamera.
Do we have any other judge there?
Judge Issa. Judge Issa, in a nutshell, he's an experienced agricultural development expert with over 10 years in community-based market systems, development in Uganda and East Africa community. He's also currently working with Haifa International as the project manager and youth innovations focal person. So the youth actually you're seeing here, I am so sure they all had to go through under Judge Issa.
Wow, that is a great remarkable. Now that's the team of the judges we are having for this conversation. But guess what? Be a part of this conversation from the other digital platforms on Twitter, YouTube and Facebook. The hashtag is
AYuTe Challenge UJ.
Wow, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. AYuTe Challenge UG begins now, and let's hand over to the judge. We're starting off with Judge Apollo.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Let's have Asasira Joseph.
Hi, my name is Joshua Businge, the founder and CEO of Phoenix Wave Limited. Our vision is to digitize the unbanked. Globally, 1.7 billion adults, especially women and youth, remain unbanked. Yet, 350 million unbanked adults account for 60% of the total population in the sub-Saharan Africa. 2/3 of them own a mobile phone that could help them access financial services. Over 200 million are members of informal community saving groups. Billions of dollars of these groups are not tracked. By digitizing these saving groups, we make them more secure, fast, and reliable. We improve the livelihood of individual members and connect them to the global market. Phoenix Web provides a mobile app on Android and iOS called Phoenix Save to support informal community saving groups of refugees whose majority members are women and youth to manage and monitor their savings and loans. In the process, we create a financial digital profile of these refugees to create scoring and link them to financial service providers like banks, insurance companies, and mobile network operators. Currently, we support 30 community refugee saving groups with over 900 beneficiaries in Jiandong Refugee Settlement to obtain a digital financial identity and access extra financial services from financial service providers like banks that they couldn't access before.
Thank you very much. Let's hear from you.
Thank you. My name is Asasira Joseph, and I'm the Business Development Manager, Phoenix Wave, Uganda.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Let's hear from the judges.
Just to understand your idea better, how do you ensure privacy of farmers' financial information? Because that is one of the key areas. You talked about security, but then how do you ensure that farmers' financial information is protected?
Thank you very much for that question. Every farmer, when they are being onboarded, after logging in with your information, you're provided with a security PIN, which is unique to you. So every farmer on the platform has a unique code, and only them can access their financial information. No one else can get access without that PIN code.
What other functionalities do you have on your platform that can be used by the farmers?
Thank you. Apart from saving, this system is able to track loan usage. For example, if you have acquired a loan from the group, it is able to tell you at what intervals you're supposed to repay your loan. You can easily track when you're supposed to repay, how much you've repaid at any one time, how much is due, and when is it due.
Finally, how do you get to reach your target clients?
We carry out outreach programs. On top of providing the digital system, we carry out financial literacy trainings, which we hold down deep in the villages, and that's how we access these smallholder farmers. That's how we get to the last mile person through these trainings, and that's how we get to access the different groups that we support using our system.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Ben Kayizi.
My name is Ben Kaizi from the Farmer Information Center. We started the Farmer Information Center in 2020 with the hope of bringing back hope among local farmers. A lot of local farmers were giving up on agriculture because of various reasons. One, such as limited land, limited varieties, limited access to capital, limited access to technology, and a lot more. So we're coming in to tell them that, look here, you can do agriculture in this small land. You can get improved varieties. You can get market. You can get access to market. The causes of their limited participation in agriculture has been insufficient land. There have been middlemen exploiting them, and a lot more.
All the farmers, they face a challenge, so I had to come up with my innovation, and I am doing my degree in industrial livestock and technology. This multi-nutrient medicated soya block increases weight on the animal. It gives appetite to the animal. If you are doing artificial insemination, 89% is achieved due to high ovulation. The multi-nutrient medicated soya block, animal can depend on it even when there is no pasture, especially in these spare situations we are in.
How do you ensure that there's no aflatoxin in your product? Who are you partnering with to ensure that you take care of those quality standards? And then finally, what is that unit increase in productivity after a farmer has used your product? Thank you.
I am doing this with Makerere University and Uganda Industrial Research Institute for analytical tests. The increment of milk, I have said, meat, milk is the increment is tested within 7 days when an animal is leaking on this block.
What's your marketing strategy? Make me understand.
Thank you so very much. Actually, we are going far ahead to have a cluster in every region so that they can get a block closer to their areas.
I wanted to understand the costs of production per kilogram on you and the cost-benefit ratio to the farmer. What's the cost to the farmer and how do they benefit? What is the milk increment in that?
As I have already told you that these are wastes. Some people they don't take it that they are useful, but for me I see it as an opportunity. So for me, I would negotiate. I give you something. If you are a farmer, you don't know what I'm going to do. And what I do, I come up with products. And every product, it has actually, a block has 12 kgs. It is 12 kgs. And 12 kgs for animals, they feed on it for a week. And it costs 10K.
Yes. Can we have Brian Biaruhanga?
My name is Brian Biaruhanga.
My name is Tuja Ainer.
We are AYuTe Technologies Limited, a company we started to empower farmers in Uganda with digitalize their farming systems. We present to you a hard management software which helps farmers mitigate challenges on their farms.
Farmers' challenges include not all farmers in Uganda have time and money to check on their farms on a daily basis.
This software helps a farmer to monitor and manage his farm through his phone. He can receive updates on production, daily updates through his phone, so he doesn't have to travel to the farm.
Most farmers in Uganda lack price tags for their farm products because they lack proper records.
We are all fighting for the international market because price there is good. So with this software, a farmer has confidence because he has proof of traceability, which the international market demands for. So we can now confidently compete on the international market.
In Uganda, most farmers are not sure when their cows need attention.
This software warns the farmer when some cows will be on heat, which cows will be giving birth soon, which cows are almost drying off. And then it will also give warnings using a graph per cow about fluctuations in production.
In Uganda, not all farmers can trace vet doctors that have treated their animals.
This software captures information, data about the doctors, so if in case of a challenge in future, it is easy to refer to the records that you have in the system.
In Uganda, most people think, especially the youth, that farming is a dirty game.
Farming is no longer a dirty game, youth. You can see that you can use a tab, a phone, and computer wherever you are to manage your farm. It is no longer dirty, it is now smart.
We look forward to changing the face of agriculture in Uganda.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Brian, I think you've said it all. I don't know what you want to add.
Why we come up with this technology, because we know there are challenges here in Uganda that the farmers are facing. Some of the questions we can ask ourselves is, why do people wait to invest in farming after retirement? Why do youth fear to invest in farming? And why are our products from the farm impounded or rejected on the international market?
I think I want to just understand a thing or two. If I have my cows deep in the village somewhere and I'm right here now, and one is about going to give birth or something, how do I know that I actually get a live birth? And if my farm worker tells me it died on arrival, is there a way this system can help me with that? Thank you.
Thank you very much for that question. Actually, before your cow dies, you already have an alert from the software. And before your cow gives birth, you already have...
The calf.
Okay. Before your cow gives birth to that calf, you get an alert from the software, because the software has all the information starting from when the cow was served up to when the cow will give birth. So you always get updates on when your cow is likely to give birth.
Supplement on that.
Sorry, thank you. So you see, like in Uganda, one of the challenges we have is people keeping records. So for the system to work so well, for you to have past data to make decisions, someone should have kept records. I want to ask both of you, how much do you spend on a monthly basis in your daily life? How much do you spend? And what software do you use to keep your records?
Well, it depends on where you are. If I'm in the village, I can spend.
I mean right now. How much do you spend, and what software do you use to keep your records?
Personal records?
Yes.
I use my diary. I carry it every time. If I do something in a day, I will record. If I spend,
Okay, why don't you use a system? Why don't you use an app? So those are some of the challenges that we shall be looking at. Yeah. Then secondly, how much money does someone have to pay to use the system, and how big is the market that will consume this technology?
Thank you very much. Well, there are different packages because we are trying to be fair to all farmers. There's a smallholder farmer, a medium-scale farmer, and a large-scale farmer. So a farmer with up to 20 cows has his own package price. A farmer with up to 50 cows has his own price package. And the one that goes beyond 50 has, because we are trying to look at how does the farmer break even while they're using the system. If the production is small at the farm, so you give a package that is favorable for them.
Are you vet doctors, or do you have vet doctors in your group?
Thank you very much. We are agriculturalists by profession. We have both Bachelor of Degree in Dairy Science from Makerere University. We have been to Israel for our further studies, and this is where we picked the motivation to come and do this system.
Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Marcia Chen, Business Development Officer, VAT Africa Solutions Limited. We are located in Lira City, Northern Uganda. VAT Africa Solutions Limited has designed a digital tool that aggregates demand, connects smallholder farmers to agro-input dealers and tractor owners to enable them access quality-improved inputs and mechanization services. The technology allows tractor owners and agro-input dealers to manage their businesses and enables the smallholder farmers to pre-order for inputs and pay for them in bits using the Yamalo scratch card. To make it more affordable for the smallholder farmers, the Yamalo scratch cards are created in multiple price tags, with the lowest being 2,500 Ugandan shillings. Smallholder farmers are enrolled into the system with the help of booking agents. The system sets a payment targets for the farmer's orders. The farmer starts paying in bits, and when the targets are met, the tractor owner services the farmer's land, and the inputs are delivered to the farmers at the onset of planting time. In Uganda, 80% of those involved in agriculture are smallholder farmers who use rudimentary tools and low-quality inputs, leading to low production and productivity. Access to mechanization services and improved quality inputs would mean increased level of production, income, food security, and improved livelihoods of the farmers. Currently, smallholder farmers hardly access mechanization services and improved quality inputs because they are located in urban areas and farmers have to incur transport costs to access them. VAT Africa's digital tool provides a cheap and timely means of accessing these inputs and services, and we are looking at promoting the adoption of this technology by the farmers and input dealers. Thank you.
Hello. Yes.
You are definitely not her. Is she your partner?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Let's get going.
My name is Bruno Seron Kumakejo, and I'm representing VAT Africa Solutions. Mercy was supposed to be here, but her child got sick, so she could not make it at night. Just like many of them live under $2 a day. So these are farmers who don't have enough money to pay for a tractor at once or to pay for the high quality improved seeds at once since they're expensive. So we strongly believe that when we enroll them and they make pre-orders, then they start paying in bits using our scratch card technology. By the time the planting season comes, they have already paid for the inputs and the seeds are delivered. Then also the tractor service provider provides the services to them. This technology also helps the supply side, the service providers, the agro input dealers, the tractor service providers, to manage their businesses using the smartphone, because they are able to accept the orders as farmers make. They are also able to prepare like in bulk. Now I know how many kilos of seeds I'm supposed to deliver to which location. So you also prepare in time and make delivery in time.
One quick question from me.
Yes.
I am saving my money through the scratch card. Why scratch card?
Why scratch card? Because we strongly believe that this technology is far better than saving your money in the house, because many times these farmers get money at harvest and then they spend the money. But can we get an innovation where they save towards what they want? And that's why we are using this technology.
I have two questions. One, what's your scalability model? Do you have an API? Are you willing to plug onto other digital platforms that are already aggregating so you can pull off better traction?
Yes, that's true. And right now we are also developing an app to make it more easier for agents to support the farmers.
I'm wondering what happens if I lose my scratch card.
This scratch card is only serving the purpose for the codes that will reflect in the system the amount of money that that farmer has paid. So we keep this scratch card helps also a farmer, like for his or her personal records, but we also have our online records that shows every transaction. And every time a farmer scratches this card, there's automatic SMS that is sent to the farmer's phone. So that is also part of the record. And that same SMS is also received at the point of registration to give the farmer the password and also the user name.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Take a moment to think of a wonderful farming journey in Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. And yes, Africa's food basket, filled with both sunny and rainy days, has large chunks of land, energetic and innovative young people, making all Uganda a good place to do farming. Farmers in all regions of Uganda share something very important, a love for a wonderful and fruitful farming journey. Happy families and happy life. And yet, day in and day out, farmers do not have the required services and equipment to have a wonderful and fruitful farming journey. Processing or irrigation are expensive to buy. Crops drying and animals starving. Farmers face shortage of reliable and technical labor. Transportation of agricultural produce to markets is a hassle. You may wonder why this happens, yet many resources remain unused or underutilized. And now, as a digital startup, AgriShare envisions to transform the way agriculture is done in Uganda. We are comprised of an interconnected mobile app, website, and agents, which together are home to the biggest platform for farming resources for hire or rent in Uganda, such as fertile land, tractors, irrigation pumps for both solar and fuel-powered, trucks to transport your agricultural inputs or produce, processing equipment like maize shellers and farm workers. All these at affordable prices, and quality service is guaranteed. The wait is over. No more hassle. We are with you all the way. The farmer's #1 app, AgriShare.
Greetings for the day. I am called Nalubama Caroline. So AgriShare Uganda comes in with an AgriShare app or a digital innovation to help farmers access resources at a very affordable price. We have a digital platform called the AgriShare app that links farmers to these farming resources. Among the resources that we have land for hire from 1 acre to a square mile for both cultivation and animal keeping. We have irrigation systems for watering our crops in the sunny weathers. We have processing equipment like maize shellers, peanut butter machines, grinders, silage machines, choppers, to mention but a few. So we come in to help farmers transform the way they do their agriculture by just hiring this resource using the AgriShare app.
Thank you, Cara and team. I want to understand if I wanted, in most cases when farmers want a service, they want it there and then. By the time a farmer orders a service, they need it and they don't have the patience to wait. How do you guarantee that when I order for a tractor in Kitgum, in my village, that I'll get it within the day or the next day that I want? Then secondly, how do you make money? Third, how big is your team?
First, let me start with how we make money. We make money through transactional commissions. We get 10% from the resource owners. We get money through inspection. For example, land inspection. Someone can't pay for land they haven't seen. We also get money from supervision in case someone is busy or people in the diaspora. We can go and inspect their farms, supervise. Then we also have own revenue from resources that we have as AgriShare. We usually buy resources that are scarce among people like irrigation systems. The second question was, how does the farmer get the service at the moment they need them? We ensure that you have very many options available. And also through our platforms, for example, the app shows the availability of the resource. If you want a specific tractor, you can see that today it's not there, but it's there on 3rd. So if that is favorable for you, book for 3rd. Then we also have different ways into the farmers can reach us. If they can't use the app, or if they feel the app will slow them down, they can call us directly, or they can use our agent in their area. So we make sure that someone can get it immediately or book for the day when it's available.
I think AgriShare is a great app from what I've learned from you. But in terms of connecting farmers to the market, is your application GPS enabled? How do you then ensure that if there's a farmer in Kalangala who wants a tractor or any other implement, and yet the owner is in Lira, how would you then connect those?
Our app is GPS connected, and if you're seeking for a resource, they first ask for your location. So the listings the app will show you will be people close to you, and you also see the kilometers. You see that this one is 0.5 kilometers, other one is 30, so you can choose someone close to you.
Do you have an application programming interface that you can use to actually collaborate with other digital players, so you can be able to intertrade and link for those services that you don't have already?
connecting with other digital interfaces or digital players. Our app enables other people to market for their produce. So we also actually partner with people who do things we can't do, like giving loans to farmers, inputs, fertilizers, those things. So we have spaces where those people can put their things on our app.
The question that was critical for us is team. How big is the team?
Our team is of 7 people.
How many agribusiness people do you have in the team? Agriculture people? Out of the 7?
We have 3.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, can we have Jessica Namugwanya?
Thank you. My name is Mugwanya Jessica, and I am the founder of Moonbridge Organic Initiative Uganda. The problem, as explained earlier, is the use of harmful agrochemicals. Our solution are non-woven fabrics. Apparently, in Uganda, these fabrics are not used all around Africa. It's an unpopular method of farming which we want to introduce. The benefits of the agro-non-wovens: they are cost efficient in accordance with using chemicals or pesticides. They are light with flexible edges, which makes them easy to spread on crops and garden beds. They are eco-friendly and they preserve soil fertility. They're also biodegradable. Why now? The use of agrochemicals has intensified in Uganda due to pressure from an increment in pests and diseases caused by climate change. Our business model, we get revenue from sales, and as of right now we plan to make demonstration farms where we are going to sensitize farmers on how to use our products. These products, we get them from different countries around Europe and India that are helping us in our research. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 2 questions for me. These mats or fabrics, they are probably not popular here because of cost. If I have an acre of tomatoes, how much do I need to spend to ensure that I don't have to weed?
Actually,
let's just 2 quick ones. You talked about biodegradable. It seems to be a double-edged sword when it comes to what you're offering, because I would like it to last as long as possible. Tell us how long I can be able to use that fabric. Thank you.
First of all, our fabrics can be used 2 times, 2 seasons. They are if well maintained, they can easily be used for 2 seasons. And another thing is, they're actually very cheap, because 50 by 100, the fabrics needed for land cover cost around 24,000 shillings only. This would protect the land from weed outbreaks.
Well, Jessica,
yes, please.
Thanks for the innovation. You realize that what you're doing actually targets people who are producing for major the export, especially that are pointing at the European market.
Yes, please.
So I would like to understand, how big is your network of farmers that you are already working with, such that it's easier for partners probably that are in front of you to be able to see how they can get you up to those that really would consume those that produce from those farmers. Then the other thing is, what's your marketing strategy at the moment, or that you're looking at employing in the future?
Thank you for that question. As of right now, first of all, I come from an agricultural background. I've exported some products, and they've been banned, and they've been brought back because of the pesticide residues. That's where the innovation came from. And as of right now, with my network, my father, he owns tomato farms.
You are bringing in new technology from outside, and I'm wondering what would happen if we would have a repeat of the situation we had for COVID-19.
Yeah.
How sustainable is this technology locally?
Yes. Within no time, we want to bring our own span-bound machine, which is going to be of its own kind here in Africa. We want to make the products here in Uganda to be able to supply around Africa.
In case you want the 50 million Uganda shillings, what would be that number one investment in your business that you'd be looking at?
The first thing I would do would be set up the demonstration farm. Yes.
Hello everyone, my name is Charles Nwagaba John, founder of Redefine Empowerment and Development Skills with the slogan Nature Now. We are experiencing harsh climate conditions that have led to prolonged drought and low agricultural productivity for the rural smallholder farmers, especially in Kasese and Bunbujo. We have witnessed firsthand a number of challenges that these communities face, especially the rural women. We noticed that the farmers use rudimentary tools, experience high prices of imported farming tools, equipment, and prolonged drought, which leads to low agricultural productivity, resulting to low yields and low income for them. So we thought to ourselves, how can we empower small-scale farmers to increase productivity? We have come up with a solution. The solution is a Nature Now solar water pump for irrigation that is locally made. The pump is made up of recycled plastic waste, metallic wastes, and recycled motors from used printers and cars, and it is powered by solar panels. We believe that this idea is sustainable, feasible, and can be scalable. Actually, field tests show our prototype works and received excellent user feedback, both from the customer shops, small-scale farmers, and business owners. We are very convinced that this pump is the best innovation that can enhance food productivity and income levels for small-scale farmers. Please join us to change these farmers' lives by increasing their productivity and their income.
Thank you very much. Let's hear from you.
Yeah. I just want us to imagine if a farmer could wake up one morning and hold this pump, and this small panel goes to his farm. He irrigates his garden without using these heavy pumps that we import in the country. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nwagaba John Charles, founder of Redefine Empowerment and Development Skills. Through implementing a project called Green Ecology Initiative, sponsored by Welthunga Health, we have witnessed a first-hand challenges that smallholder farmers face, especially in Rwenzori region. We went and tested this pump. This pump is locally made from local waste. For example, this is plastic, this is metallic, fabricated metallic, and this is a motor. And it can pump water, and a farmer can be able to irrigate their garden. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Charles, by your video, you seem to be looking and picking motors from, here and there. If an order comes in for 500 pumps, do you think you could be able to do that effectively? Or do you have a plan to actually either produce or procure standard motors from somewhere?
Machines that use motors are very many in the country, and another good news is that there are companies that we work with to supply motors in case we run out, in case we get a deal like that one of 500. It is scalable. We have the contacts.
I'm wondering what that pump can cover, what area, how many acres?
Yeah, specifically this one can cover 100 meters. This one can cover 1 hectare of land.
Okay. How much does it cost for you to produce that pump? First question. Then secondly, how much do you sell it? to the farmers, and then which farmers can afford it and how many are those? Then lastly, how is it different from the ones already in the market?
Like I told you, this is locally fabricated. This motor is actually a motorcycle motor. This is fabricated metals, and these are plastics, which we collect locally. So the cost of production can go to 200,000, and our selling price can be 300,000. Compared to the pumps on the market, the cheapest pump in the market that can perform the same duty this one does is at 1.5. But for us, we are able to give it out to a farmer at just 300,000. This pump is portable. That means it can be community shared. So if there is a group of farmers who cannot afford to buy this, who cannot buy this pump individually, they can share this pump. This one takes and pumps for 2 hours, another one pumps for, so it is community shared. So I think it is affordable to all farmers.
Quality assurance. How do you ensure that one pump is exactly the same as the next pump that you'll manufacture, seeing that you use a lot of different materials?
At that, we are okay.
Marcy Atugonza.
Well, farming can be clean, grey, cool, and fun at the same time. Our innovation is hydroponics, that is soilless farming. It works in a way that a plant needs the nutrient solutions and water to grow. So for us here at Seamless Hydroponics Farm, we use inert medias, that is stones, cocoa peat, and peat moss. So the stones help the plant, they help the plant to get oxygen and then the nutrient solution. Then next, the problem we are trying to solve is food insecurity in our country or communities, whereby with this innovation, someone can have in 1 square meter, you can have 80 plants on this, but with soil, you will have 11 to 20 plants of lettuce. So the impact we are trying to solve is, we are trying to create to smallholder farmers, is that they can use the available resources and the space. For example, we have the cup, it has stones and cocoa peat, and they are able to plant over 40 plants on this tower. This is a tower garden, then this is a porch garden or pocket gardens. Then, according to the current situation in our country, the high prices of agro inputs, for us here with hydroponics or soilless farming, our nutrients are recycled. So we reduce on the expenditures. And this technology of ours, it's trying to, it has helped to inspire more youths into the agriculture sector. You know, youths say that farming's for the old, poor, they say it's dirty, what? But with our innovation of hydroponics, no soil, no stress. So, and yeah, we are looking forward to go to the export market and then also create a center where we can skill more youths into the agriculture sector.
Thank you very much. Now, I want to agree with you on making agriculture sexy and good for the young people. The one bit I don't agree with is food insecurity. What is the cost of having one of these? By the time I could afford one of those, I should better be food secure. That's my thinking, unless you convince me otherwise. Other inputs like cocoa peat and something, where would an food insecure person be able to procure those things? So convince me that it can tackle food insecurity, if you can.
Okay, let me convince you on the cocoa peat, or this is got from the coconuts. Coconuts, you just chop them, then you're able to hold.
If I happen to assist you get all the export documents you need, plus the market, in the export market, like you said, how much in terms of kgs or tons can you be able to produce per month? And give me an example.
I'm Sampija Kenneth. I'm part of the Thomas Bonic. Back to your question, that is very easy for us because we have the technical know-how and the knowledge how to do it. when it comes to for export, we are more prepared to handle any deal which comes on our way because we have the space to do that. Our space is not limited. That's how we target the space above the head. That's how we use these towers. Now, when it comes to equipment, it's very simple.
How many?
We can be able to provide at least 2 tons per week of different types, so whether cucumber, tomatoes, and sweet peppers.
Thank you very much, Mercy and team, and all the best. Let's ensure the food insecure and actually produce food with your technology.
Well, the conversation still goes on. The challenge seems to get a little bit deeper. The solutions that have been found online and offline, are they scalable? For me, the one for, water hydraulics and all that made sense for me, for people in Buvuma and the ones in the islands. That seemed to work for me. But there are those who are having agri-insurance and, the loans that you can actually start your business. That and much more is coming. We have 10 more to go. Remember, there are 20. Be a part of this conversation. The hashtag is AYuTe Challenge UG on the different digital platforms. And when we return, be ready to tap into the 10 different innovations. And remember this conversation, at the core we have the Heifer International in partnership with what we call the MasterCard Foundation. We'll be back shortly. Stay with us.
The AYuTe Africa Challenge is brought to you by Heifer International Uganda in partnership with MasterCard Foundation. Special thanks to Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries. Thanks to National Crops Resources Research Institute, Namlonge. Our strategic partners are NTV Uganda, the official broadcasters of this challenge, Equity Bank, Famnera, RSM Eastern Africa, and LiveWorks Inc. Limited. The AYuTe Africa Challenge Uganda edition. Invest in Africa's future.